postbound and Pokey too. We said a chat on the YouTube, Tiki and eBay and Nostalgia too. Star Wars, the Expos and Houdini Who. They got friends from near and far, slow rolling the neighborhood in their old car. And you know, every Monday and Wednesday, live from Vermont, it's the Primo Chemo Show. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right, Primo Chemo, baby, it's kicking sucker.
Oh, that's too much joy.
Too much joy?
Too much of it. There's no joy today.
Chemo, baby.
There's no joy. Look at that. It went back to our picture. Now, if anybody notices on our picture right now, that is the Eames house, which is a case study house in Pacific Palisades, California, which is threatened by fire. It's one of our favorite places on earth, and here we are because everything sucks today.
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha, blah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not feeling real good today, but you can't, it's not hurting me. I just feel bad for everybody out there in California, like our
Kelly
friends.
Debs, how are you doing?
How are all our people out there? I don't think anybody's
Fucking
threatened.
Biff.
We've got friends in Pasadena that are in trouble. Like I said, the Eames house there is right in Pacific Palisades,
Biff.
like right on a bluff overlooking. You just sit in their house and look at the pier, Santa Monica Pier. So it's like up in the air. Anyway,
I'm so crazy that last night
we kind of stayed up all
I
night.
couldn't even sleep. Whenever I would get up, or if I wasn't like totally sound asleep, I would check my phone to see if anyone posted anything about the Eames house. Granted, it's sad and heartbreaking about all the devastation.
It is terrible. It's terrible. What the crazy thing is that it's not even it's still happening right now. It's like the worst fire in history of the world planet, and it's happening still right now. And
Biff's old roommate evacuated last night.
it's just tragic, and it really, really reminds me of, and I'm not going to let my brain go crazy, but it's like, wow, I don't know.
Dope.
By the way, seeing stars. Okay, I don't know what's happening particularly, but we're going to nuke any comment that has anything. I don't know why they're doing this.
Oh, seeing stars. Aloha. Are the videos getting taken down recently? I was watching the last one this morning and got to the part about multiple eBay accounts. And
Well,
all of
that's
a
not why
sudden-
it's just saying they're hiding. Well, it's saying they're not showing my video because it has some content in it that it does not. And it has
We
to
don't
do
even
with,
want to say.
yeah, I know.
Not
I'm scared
even
to
like.
even say what it is.
It's not even. You wouldn't even think it would be bad content, but we don't even have it. What they're saying our video is about. So.
But it's about. I want to tell you what it's about. It's saying that we have POL-itics. It's saying that our channel is about POL-itics, and it's not at all even close.
So yeah.
So I'm paranoid. If they said that they can block it, so I took it down. But I'll put it back. I don't know what to do yet, so I apologize for that. I will figure out what to do.
He's getting worried that if he keeps the ones up that they're flagging as itics,
they say that they could potentially take down
the
channel, and I would prefer not to have to deal with that. And I did
And
try
supposedly, even if it's in the, I don't know, I was
In
reading
the
that, even if
chat.
it's even mentioned in the chat, that it can get flagged. So we seem so completely
I don't know
opposite
why.
of what they're flagging it as, but whatevs.
Well, so far I'm just taking it 2 videos down until I figure it out. So I hope that's it.
Flippin' ain't easy. He's so goofy.
What is that?
John, I'm afraid to read it. He said he changed how he veted because of the show. What are you talking about?
So no, lag say okay, block him. Kill him. Is that okay to do that? I don't think you can say the K word either.
Oh,
man,
great.
I can't
Now
do
we're really rude.
That's rude. I don't know what to do.
So we're not even like titling our show what
I just took out the titles. I took out
We're
the
just like,
tags.
what
I
the
took
heck is
everything
going
out. I don't
on?
know what's happening. Maybe we're just doing something we don't even know.
No, don't say the P word. It's getting us flagged on
Something
YouTube.
is. Something is. I mean, I don't know what. But anyway.
Now we really just S ourselves in the pants.
We S our
and in
pants. But it could be you're not supposed to talk about bodily functions either. So I'm like, is that why? I really don't know.
Because we have
but how is that?
the bingo
Idics.
checkoff card, and it's always
Or is
those 3
edicts just like
things.
something they convict you of, and it could be anything, but that's like a blanket term. I just don't know.
we have no idea what it is.
No, but it can't be monetized, and it is not being shown. I'm not sure even what that means, to be honest with you. But anyway, gonna ignore the rest of that. But I very much apologize to Seeing Stars about nuking your video right in the middle of your watching it. I apologize. But that is what happened. And we were up all night, so we don't have anything to say about reselling. Reselling is just
No,
normal.
I feel like yesterday we were talking about stuff reselling related, and having videos on in the background. We were working and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good thing to discuss. And my brain was just wiped clean.
This aggression will not stand, man.
But the thing is I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter for. See, okay, so I'm gonna see. This is actually gonna give away my whole game plan in life. I just kind of seem like a dope in the corner, and all of a sudden I show up in the middle of the night at your doorstep with a weird mask on. Then you'll know I mean business. But
I have
usually
no
don't.
idea what that means.
I just don't talk about. I don't talk about. My rights or anything. I just pretend like I just don't care until it really comes down to it. I shouldn't even say that. You see? I said another word that they're going to
Amazon
get me
Reseller 99. I have had several people recommend that app. Watch
Duty, yes.
Yeah.
Watch Duty is the app you should have. It does, and it has cameras, and it's really up to date. And I mean, obviously, if you're in California, you should have that thing wired. You should just have that implanted in your hand.
Yeah, no
So you
kidding.
can just look at it.
But I just want to say a quick aloha to Amy, the Nesbitt Experience.
Let's say hello to everybody.
Yeah, I've missed you so very much.
In allegiance with our peeps in California, I am not using the DJ horn today. So,
Why? What does that have to do with?
it's too celebratory.
Oh, okay.
And there's people. This is going to be a big. I mean, the way, that island problem that happened, that was just people didn't leave and people were trapped, and it's gonna be. This is gonna be terrible, just terrible.
Well,
And I kind of just want to watch the news and not even do the show. So maybe
can
I'll
you
just,
stop?
No, I'm gonna
No,
watch the
this
news.
is what you.
I'm watching KCal up here, and I got
Okay, so I would
KTLA,
say aloha to
KCal.
Ayo. I'll do this.
You do. You just do it all. I'll help you.
Ayo. Record Crate, happy Wednesday to you. Happy should I not say HUMP Day?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get canned for
Axe
rated
Monkey,
R.
aloha. 4 waves to you. Beard, LA. You live Lower Alabama and not too crazy
or
about
it's
it.
Louisiana. It could be Louisiana too. But no, it's Los Angeles, and we.
And Lag is back in Aya with the Go Turtles. Hey, Don Flippin'.
Don
Hey, yay, yay.
Flippin'.
Blam, blam, blam.
We can't. Well, you can do that.
Yeah. Do you like pizza? I like pizza.
What?
Because Steve does. Who's Steve?
Turtles. Turtle power.
Turtles.
Turtle power.
Turtle.
Michelle Kirkpatrick. Did you say hi to Michelle?
Hey,
Kirkpatrick?
Michelle.
Aloha.
Aloha.
So see, wait.
Oh,
let's see.
WTF. Aloha to you. First aloha from Germany.
I love that.
And Callie Debs. Oh no, they can't ban the trifecta. I know, Jovial. I know, but we're like really struggling to figure out what it is because he's tried.
Yeah,
He's tried changing our titles. He's tried changing. I think we even hid the live chat on one of the videos that they flagged, thinking maybe if something was mentioned in the live chat, the replay. And that didn't
We'll
work.
figure it out.
We'll
and then,
figure it out. It's trial and error, I guess.
Then it is because there's no help. It's basically like the poor people up in
Major
the...
Win!
Good morning, Major Win!
Aloha, Duggan Road!
We know you're not probably in direct danger, but holy...
Oh, Callie Debs said it's pretty awful. Couldn't sleep, worried.
We couldn't either, and we're 3,000 miles away. We have so many friends in the LA basin.
I was saying that I'm so crazy that I did not sleep well at all last night and was checking my phone constantly every time I like tossed and turned or woke up. Checked my phone just to see what was happening, to see if the Eames house was still standing, which there's absolutely no word on the Eames house whatsoever, but there is so much devastation around it. So it would be a miracle if it makes it.
Yeah, we are eBay sellers, sure, but no, it probably.
Curious Collection, aloha to you.
I don't want to get into
Hey.
my midnight thoughts, but my midnight thoughts turn to
Mike Seller.
crimes of opportunity, I guess.
Can you
That's all.
not?
I'm not. I just try
I'm not
to.
going there. Not like
No,
that.
I can feel Beard trying to draw it out of me. I can
No.
feel it. I can.
That,
He's got me. He's got me by the something.
so Ayo was saying, I haven't had a sale on eBay since last year. I am thankful for the fuses on Poshmark. For the few on Poshmark.
Aloha, Steve.
Hey, Steve Ash. Aloha to
Is
you.
Mike G Mike Gertis? Are you Mike Gertis? Mike Gertis, are you Mike Gertis? Because I haven't seen Mike Gertis, and I do see Mike G, and maybe he no longer.
Paul, I said aloha to you, right? I know I'm reading your messages, but I don't even know if I'm reading them out loud because I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
You're driving this show because we have nothing to say because we stayed up all night looking at the news, and now we're tired.
And we get up first thing in the morning, and he has
I got all the TV on.
He has YouTube on. He has videos on. He has.
Hey, Mike G's Mike. So we know.
Yes.
we know.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, we were really having a. No, I mean, it wasn't. I'm not even sad yet.
For TP. Aloha.
I was like, we're due for another crying show, right? We have one every month.
Before
or
we
so.
come on, he says to me, "Don't
cry."
I'm like,
I just don't feel
what are you
bad
talking
yet
about?
because the crying's not over. It's not crying time yet. We're still in action mode. I mean, the thing is still happening here. But then you go look at the amount of people that had to be.
Oh, the people
moved,
trying to get their
old
horses
people
out
and the animals
and setting
Ugh.
our horses loose so
Barf.
that the horses can hopefully go
Barf.
find safety. It's crazy.
Major Win is on the road. They're packed up on the road.
Oh my god.
Nearest fire is 10 minutes away, but that's.
What? I would be out of there.
Nope.
I would see one little
Oh please.
tip of a flame and I am bolting.
You're like there's bird flu in
no,
Louisiana. I'm leaving the country.
I'm seeing smoke 50 miles in the distance and I'm like
Look,
flying
if
across
you cry,
the country.
I'll cry. We're all together here. We're jamming. We're in the jam
So
zone.
like instead of a yawn train, we'll have a cry train.
Biff. Think about. Okay, so I'm not thinking about doing so this is the process that goes on in my brain. I'm like, first of all, I'm thinking, is there anybody that needs our help financially? No, it's not. It's California. If you live in the Pacific Palisades or in Pasadena next to the Rose Bowl, you don't need money. So money is not the issue here. But if you, I mean, and then get a little more deep into my thoughts, and I think about all James Wood's house burned. I don't know who else, but he was posting on Instagram. He lost his entire. He doesn't care because he's got money. You know, human. He's got himself and his family. But imagine all the history that's lost, all the eBay sales. Let's tie this together in this show. Think of all the things you could have sold on eBay that are going up in smoke in thousands and thousands of households. These people, the Getty Museum holds, bazillions of artifacts from all over the world that can't be replaced. And I'm sure, I mean, I send so much collectible rock and roll stuff to California and mid-century modern stuff. I don't want it all to be burned.
Did you see Biff was saying, I think about my records melting
Yes.
in my...
Yeah, that's what got me.
And sort of speaking of sending so much to California, Den Decor was saying, I dropped my shipping rates and went flat rate on stuff that's under a pound and domestic cubic rate eligible, and sales to the West Coast jumped.
Okay. Isn't that interesting that the sales to the West Coast jumped because you were competitive?
Yes, because
in your
calculated shipping, it's insane.
And that is, I mean, that's why we've always done flat rate, just so that you can do $4.99 to the East Coast. Maybe you make a penny. $4.99 to the West. Did I say West Coast? $4.99 to the East Coast, you make a penny. $4.99 to the West Coast, you give a penny. It's like the penny dish. Take a penny, give a penny.
And Doug and Ro, they were saying that we're used to it now. We just stay ready, but don't stress. And Biff was saying my dad's house in Oregon burned to the ground a couple of years ago in one of the big fires, and life goes on.
The only thing about fire that I would find slightly, it has the, you know, if you lose all your stuff, you know where you're starting, you know where you're sitting, you know what you're doing. That's the only thing, because life gets so complicated that sometimes I'm like, you know, it would be, if our insurance holds out, you know, maybe. What? You know what I'm saying?
I've trying to search my brain about some of the stuff that I came to mind or read about or listened to yesterday about eBay that I thought would be good things to discuss today, but I can't think. But I was just thinking how AO was saying that no sales on eBay so far this year, but a few on Poshmark.
Who said that?
AO.
Ayo, no sales yet? Oh no, boo. I mean, it definitely, so last year in January, we were bonkers concerned because there was like 10 days of no sales at the beginning of last year. This year isn't awesome, but it most certainly, it's reactive and things are selling. So it really depends on...
Thanks, Den Decor Depot.
Last year, it felt like we weren't in control. This year, it feels like we are totally in control.
Okay, and Cornhusker.
What happened?
They're saying the eBay and Facebook deal.
You're mentioning that thing.
Yes.
I don't know what that's all about.
I remember.
It's all about pancakes.
Well, I said to him, I was like, gosh, I remember over the summer I read something that made me wonder about Facebook and eBay doing something together. And I think it was one of those things I mentioned during the show, but he yawned. It was the Boar Corner.
It was the Boar Corner. I don't want to listen to that stuff, but now it's happening. That's interesting. How will it help me?
Yes, thank you. See, everyone already knows about this eBay teaming up with Facebook. They've all heard it.
But it was announced. They're doing it. And what does that mean for us? Does anybody have a idea of how that worked? Did they do testing on it already? It seems like they're saying they're just doing testing now in Germany, France, and U.S. So I don't. Right. Did they already do some testing a while ago?
So the question is, what stuff is going to be popping up on Facebook? Is it the off-site ads? And, you know, when you're paying for off-site ads, is that the stuff? And then Axe Monkey was saying with Facebook Marketplace, we're going to be waking up to 75 messages. Is this still available? I know whenever I check out Facebook Marketplace, I feel like half the stuff I'm looking at is all promoted stuff from websites.
Or other
it's not
places,
even local stuff for sale. And it's so frustrating. Unless Facebook Marketplace is reducing that stuff, the eBay stuff is probably just gonna get all blended right in with all the other promoted website.
I don't
listings.
have vision on it at all. I don't know how it's going to be helpful or not helpful. I mean, why wouldn't it be helpful? I don't get offended by. You're right. You're going to get 75 assists still available. Can you imagine? That's going to be slightly annoying, but maybe there'll be a bulk tool where you can just say "yep" to everybody, or maybe they'll take away that tool so people don't ask, because if it's up on eBay, it is available. So maybe they'll take away that ability. But I kind of look at any opportunity to make a sale as a good one. So, and we're in the time in life where we're just throwing a dog and a cat in a bag and seeing what's happening. We're doing that across the board on everything. Like humanity is doing that across the board. We're just playing Yahtzee with life. So
Yeah, it's all in real time. You know, it's
guess
like
we'll just see what happens.
it's not like they were testing it really much behind the scenes. If they did
Okay.
at all, I'm just saying.
Like how would
this.
I've never seen
So
anything
it's
like that.
we're all the guinea pigs, real time guinea pigs. Because
Yay.
I've never seen. But yeah, Paul was
Now I get to be
saying
a different kind of pig.
he's out of the loop, but he heard about the private sellers over in the UK that won't get payouts until 2 days after delivery. And
Ayo been driving down the street in a milk truck.
Ayo.
He's got the milk truck, like the big
Nice.
tanker truck filled with eggnog, and he's just spraying. He's just spraying side to
the
side.
Walter White of eggnog. That's a
Getting
good one,
people
Ayo.
all hopped up on the nog. I miss nog now that I look back to 2024.
And yes, also Paul,
Our
I did hear
non-binge.
too that the UK eBay, that eBay will be the customer. Essentially, the buyer is paying eBay the shipping, and then
whatever.
and then eBay provides the seller with the shipping label. So there's going to be,
Yeah,
I guess, essentially like flat rate
I'm just gonna watch
for
news over
clothing.
here.
Devastation.
That's sort of what I had.
composure
Hey, Royal
and
Glenn,
give us
aloha to
information. And
you.
see those ocean
Oh wait,
front
get well
homes,
soon.
and you
Major
don't
Win, what's
even-
going on? Ro and I have
What?
the flu. Gosh
What?
dang it.
I told you guys stop.
This show is like chicken noodle soup.
Stop going out in public. Wear masks on all body parts.
You guys,
You guys have definitely gotten sick
how's
at
your
least
pop?
twice in the time I've gotten 06.
how's your
06.
pop doing, Doug?
Are you traveling? Are you guys traveling a lot?
This is just unfortunately the season for every stupid illness to be going around, and we're all
I thought I almost got a cold the
around
other
so
day.
many people that we just spread the cooties.
I thought I almost got a cold, but I think we figured out it was just I moved a bunch of stuff and raised a bunch of dust. I've been doing a bunch of house stuff, like most of December. Like we almost didn't even do. Wait, look, it's Tiki Paka.
Tiki
What?
Paka! Aloha!
Aloha, welcome to our eBay-based show. It's in the middle of the day. Pat Lampsbury is one of our friends from way old time
She's
and
our
forever.
one
And you're
of
also
our tiki
wait, you're a member.
long-term tiki friends. Oh my goodness!
And she's green. Well, thank you very much. And we're going to be doing some behind-the-scenes stuff. In fact, tomorrow, maybe, I don't know, after last night not sleeping, who knows if we'll actually get a video out tomorrow, but we probably will because we said we would, so we'll try.
Tomorrow's the pre-recorded.
The pre-recorded video where we go over our top.
Wait, you're not telling it.
I shouldn't tell the what it is.
I don't know.
I won't then.
No, don't.
No. It's a video. It's pre-recorded. And it's
Hey,
tomorrow.
James. It is I, James.
It is I, James. What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
Yeah, we're just trying to Doug and Ro are actually on the road and have bugged out. The fire is 10 minutes away. Callie Debs does not seem to be in the line of the fire. One of our favorite places is the
Big
Eames
Dre, do you
house.
want to say aloha?
And aloha to Big Dre. The Eames house, which is in Pacific Palisades, right on the edge of the fire zone. So far, the fire is, it is coming down the hill towards the ocean, which is an odd, it's the Santa Ana winds, but it's an annoying way for the wind to be blowing, just to be honest with you. Wind. And then it's right on the ocean, sort of. So it's very in peril. It's imperiled. Imperiled? It's in trouble. It's close to being in trouble. We just have to see how they're getting those helicopters are up there, and hopefully blah blah blah, etc. Thank you very much. The
Quirky Picker Chad.
fires are
Aloha.
bad. Fires are bad. That's all I'm saying.
I saw Mike Seller earlier. I'm not
But
sure if I said
fire,
aloha
good.
to you. Aloha
Just
to you.
Generic fire, good. Big fire, bad. Just want to make sure. I don't want to be unclear and get my video in trouble. What else?
So go back up to the top and let's just
Oh, right. Lower Alabama? No. I want to see all parts of the country someday. Or maybe just get in a spaceship.
Did you just hear my throat
Yes.
gurgle?
Everyone heard that.
We should have a whole bunch of sound effects of my
Little
gurgles and my snap, crackle, pop bones.
your body noises.
And Amazon Seller 99 was saying out there, every bridge has fire trucks on it. It's crazy right now. Can't remember the last time it was this windy. So you're out in California. Okay.
That's not. I know Chris too is. Chris is in Long Beach, which, is out of the way. The scariest part again, and then Dendicore
Silver
said,
hair, aloha.
What about
Howdy, aloha.
eBay and stuff? Well, eBay is good, but it's gonna be there. The fire's only gonna be happening for today and tomorrow. So we gotta get our comments on that. But the craziest part is Pasadena. How and I did check also the original house where Halloween was built. So the Strode house, the original Strode house, where Michael Myers murdered his sister, that's like downtown. That part's safe for now. And then right around the corner from that is the little house where they did, what's the drummer girl from the 80s? Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh.
She lived in a little house. That's right there.
Okay.
Or was it Pretty in Pink house? I can't remember. It was one of those. But anyway, the house is okay.
Hey, Candy O.
And also I checked in on the other Strode house. So the one where she's, has the pumpkin, and then Michael Myers is like the street where Michael Myers comes out of the bushes and goes, hey. And then they go.
He steps out onto the sidewalk. And
Yeah,
just
hey,
stands
speed
there.
kills. That's all Pasadena, but it's southern Pasadena. But that whole top Pasadena, that's all just real nice suburban area that's just complete. It looks like it was. Can you say the word nah?
Scroll down.
Palm.
Scroll.
Let's see. Every bridge has a truck.
Everyone was trying to guess why our videos were getting.
Oh, did I shit my pants? Is that why?
No, we were talking about.
Oh, well, you know what we also think it is? It could be. One of the weird things is the F word, the FRAC.
The Horde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, is it that? Like, are they reading that? So anyway. I'm the dope in the corner, and Lad's the dope in the basement. Same person. Yeah, I'm dopey. Today I'm like extra dopey because I must sleep kind of.
AO was saying, don't you just love it when you search something on eBay website and the results are something nowhere near related to the search? Yeah, although I haven't really been searching much lately, so I'm not totally sure how bonkers it is. Although James Helferstay, he's done many videos on how crappy the search results are. Candy-O.
We were just watching your video on. He's doing one on.
Oh yeah, the
Bearded.
reaction on the hairy tornado.
Hairy tornado.
Mike G was saying.
Beard-related reselling.
Mike G was saying, I survived the snot wiping Subway sandwich maker wiping his snot on his arm a couple weeks ago. My immune system is strong.
Nice.
Candy, as of Monday night, I can verify that eggnog dated.
Remember John said, I don't care how far he is into that sandwich. I'm walking out. I love that.
I know.
That killed me.
Candy O, as of Monday night, I can verify that eggnog dated January 1st is not drinkable.
Oh no!
January 6th.
Lies have been told.
Oh, even
they not
still, love me
refrigerate
some
it?
nog.
You know, maybe you got to make your own, or maybe you could boil out the funk. It's highly, you know, what do they call that? Homogenized and
Pasteurized. Yeah, Tiki Paco was saying the fires are scaring me to death, so worried about everyone there.
we have so many friends that are in the greater LA basin, but like a lot of people live in the like hilly sectors, and that seems to be what's getting. I mean, what the big brother of Tiki, Sven Kirsten, but he's actually in Silver Lake, which is not threatened at all.
Tactical Z, aloha.
But I suppose if you filled in that whole place with the ring of fire, if you just ringed of fire it.
Biff was saying the Teen Wolf High School burned.
Oh no!
It's not Kermit laying down the law.
Teen Wolf High School is also, isn't that Back to the Future High School too? I feel like that's the same high school. What's crazy is we have on deck to watch Teen Wolf 2. That's right.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf 2.
I have no idea what Biff is saying.
Biff's just talking now.
And then he's like, the first mistake is walking into a Subway
with
with
yoga
their
mat
yoga
bread.
mat bread.
Yeah, they bake their own bread every day, but they bake it out of a yoga mat.
That's the special sauce at Subway, Primo.
What is?
That's what Paul is saying.
Oh.
And he was saying the last Halloween movie was a stinker.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you kind of watch those. It's not as bad as Beetlejuice. Maybe that's why they're getting us. It's not as bad as Beetlejuice, which is an unwatchable movie, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm being honest with myself about that. It's unwatchable.
Did you see Callie was saying a little bit ago that they had winds up to, 84, 89 miles per hour, and she said that I live in the area that got the heaviest winds. Yikes.
Oh, Tiki Paka is asking, I could be out of it too. I mean, I knew they had both places. I don't know if they're 100% in Palm Springs now. It wasn't too long ago he was still posting pictures of his house, but maybe that's why he had the sale of all his stuff, and so he moved.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe
offload a ton of stuff.
He and WTF are the only German people I know. I only allow 2 Germans at a time. Thank you. Not true. I have room for 3 or 4.
Callie Debs, so you aren't in an evacuation area. You're
German in Venice. That's another German I know.
Are you like prepped to hit the road if need be?
Hit the road, Jack. I love how Doug and Ro are like, we'll just take our go bag and be. I mean, do you go out and then? I mean, if you have to stay out all day, I mean, I guess you don't have to stay out. You can just go do what you want, but maybe you go thrifting. Maybe you go do a little sourcing.
So take a look at this. So this is interesting. So, you.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
What happened? That was in gray and sideways.
Oh, okay. It got approved. Okay. But I was noticing that it was flagged. YouTube. Hey, Paul, YouTube flagged your comment, but it's now there. It's approved to show.
I wonder what.
I think it's the melons.
Maybe. Are you serious? I gotta get rid of all my whole.
And there's a skull.
Raison d'etre.
YouTube is trying to make us extra boring, but not allowing the silliness that we like.
The main 3 tenets of life are bees,
melons,
melons, BMs, and
going bye forever,
and XOXO, RIP. That's the 3 main things of life. I don't know why. No, you're fine, Biff. Absolutely fine. Because we have no idea what it really is. We're just trying to figure it out, and it seems goofy, and it seems like it just came all of a sudden, and it seems like our views are suppressed. And then I looked into it, and whatever. I mean, I do care. That's why I hid them.
Jovial
But I'm
juggler.
going to unhide them.
Adulting is hard. I need a break. So this Saturday morning, I will be sitting on the floor, 5 feet from the TV, watching cartoons and eating a bowl of cereal.
You know, okay, so Jovial Juggler, I hate to ruin it for you. But see, ADHD, I'm going to do that too. Okay. Excellent idea. Best idea ever. But see, what I need to do is I need to source each episode of every cartoon I want to watch. I need a Josie and the Pussycats. I need a Grape Ape. You know, I need Tom and Jerry Roadrunner Hour or whatever. I need, and then I need Gem. Okay, because see, we have 4 years of difference. So we need to put in a Gem in there. Maybe we need to put James at 55 or whatever that show was, James. What was that called? I forget. And then you need to go and you need to download all the commercials. You need at least 3 commercials per commercial break. For every 20 minutes, you need to. This is why I'm saying this is ADHD at work here. And then I just talked myself out of doing it because now it's just going to take me 5 years to get together.
Aloha, Josh.
J-Dog's in the house. JT.
He was saying that he was demonetized on YouTube in 2009, 13, and 17. Wow. The flagging comes from the voice transcript or the music.
Yes, because you know how I'm pretty flagrant with the copyright violation, but this is different than that, and it scares me. So that's interesting. And they used to lump business and PTIX together. And I am doing it. Technically, it's business entertainment, I suppose. Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to undo that, but just nobody talk about that stuff, and we're gonna have to gag Bearded P. I don't even want to say P-I-C-K-E-R anymore. I'm just gonna use just initials on everything. So if they're gonna bust me, they're gonna have to figure out you're gonna have to figure out what I'm talking about. Read between the lines. James at 15, Biff. Yeah, how old did we see him? Did we see him at how old? I forget what the different numbers. But this is James at 55. So that's all you get.
Did I already read Callie?
Is it a disappointment, James at 55? Because way back in the 70s, we were wondering.
Callie Deb said that she is not in an evacuation area, but did get the warning from the city to be prepared just in case. Yeah.
I'm just reading.
Well, it sort of seems like it sort of can be really sudden. Like everything seems okay, and then the next thing you know, it's
not.
Yeah, not okay.
It's totally philosophy. Jovial, I'm sorry I didn't finish talking about the extreme nature of your request. Now, I hope you can do that. I'm wondering if on YouTube do they have somebody who's already done that? Put together a Saturday morning stretch from 1976, all the shows in the proper order at the proper time with the proper commercial breaks and all filled out. That'd be something to charge for probably. But that I'd buy that for $1. So yeah.
What?
I can't say what I want to say so desperately.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan! Aloha, Ryan! Brandy's back!
Brandy got gifted a membership by Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. And welcome back, Brandy, to the membership. And
thank you so much, Ryan.
We were talking, or we mentioned how we're going to be better with
what?
Doing member videos.
Come with us into the room of disappointment and broken promises.
But it's all up to you. So
well, just don't remind people what I say, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah, but you need to.
Tomorrow there's going to be a video, and I can't tell you what.
But that's not a members video.
No.
Right. The members videos are supposed to be.
It's going to be our first. I don't know how we're going to finish it in 24 hours and make it look all good like I want. But I did the hardest part of it, which was making some graphics. But it's going to be maybe like our first, like one that we can put out there that has a point. And then maybe evergreen. That's the term I was trying to think of the other day, is that live shows aren't evergreen. They don't last very long. They don't have a lot of legs. Oh. And so you have to do a good title and a good video on a good purpose. It's too late. Can't stop it. Uh-oh. Plus, we didn't sleep very good last night.
Josh was saying just make sure you appeal all community strikes. Sometimes they make mistakes. What does that mean on the community posts?
What's a community strike? You know,
And Callie
don't
Des
do
was
things
saying the
right.
flying embers can fall anywhere. They were saying that something they believe an ember floated 3 miles.
An
right?
ember floated 3 miles and then burned down just like all this good stuff right in this one little spot. And I'm like, yeah.
That's a mighty ember, though.
It's a mighty ember.
I
TM. We just trademarked that term. That's our new band.
Mighty ember.
The mighty embers. Embers are probably like the grossest word ever.
Like, I'm totally sitting here going, wow, I want to yawn nonstop. And why am I so tired? I feel like my eyes could just close. And then I'm like, oh, that's right. Because
I see another unfairness to ADHD people is Google's help system. YouTube's help and everything. It's so too long.
Oh my
to
God,
read.
jovial. I guess we're going to have to learn sign language for things Primo can't say or read. What he
know.
writes down on a piece of paper.
Yeah, I can write stuff. I write stuff.
Now we'll be fine.
I think I just have to figure it out. And so the same thing with you. Do you see John Flipping Ain't Easy? He decides to use pretty much the same software I use. He's got that thing dialed in, and it does tricks and whistles. I'm just glad I can get it to work every time I try to do it. Like I don't do the deep dives. Same thing with YouTube. It's probably a simple thing I'm not doing right. Not clicking a box or doing something right. But now I'm looking at community guidelines, and it's just all this white pages with like bullet points and words.
Yeah,
And
well, it's just interesting because we haven't really changed what we
Anything.
talk about, the words we say, and just recently they started flagging. So
yeah, that's right. Primo chemo, baby. Maybe that's it. Maybe they don't want that.
Chemo, chemo, baby, it's kicking soccer.
Mighty Embers already flags gamer tag. He's got a lot of gamer tags.
Oh, Ryan.
He's like on every system. He's like, oh, that's my Xbox regular, my regular Xbox.
Ryan, you making the song has inspired some others to
Yes.
do the AI songs too. John on Flippin' Ain't Easy mentioned you the other day on his show because he came up with
His own song at the end of his show.
Yeah.
But it was inspired by Ryan's song, by the fact that so much progress has happened with the stuff. YouTube guideline strikes expire every 90 days. Okay.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Yeah, that might be what's happening. Gross.
Tactical Z, lag, that's crazy. Mighty Ember is my OnlyFans.
Thanks, John.
Change name.
I mean,
Channel
if
name.
I am the least that thing. I'm the least poli-sci
John.
dude ever. I mean, I actually did. I understand. I took poli-sci, and do they even have that anymore? So in college, they used to have poli-sci where you could learn a little bit about stuff, so you weren't running into the train tracks, running into traffic. So I did take it. But no, I don't think I think I stay away from that pretty nicely.
Has there been any interesting news on
Anybody have anything interesting to say? about anything?
on value added or
Even Becca comments aloha.
Hey! Nice to see you.
My
Ian
water
and
hit a
Becca.
lot of buttons that time. I'm not. That was an unofficial triple horn because we're trying to keep the mood a little. Oh, we also want to raise the mood, but California's on our mind, so.
Silver hair tack. I thought you were Mighty Member.
Lag creates a new gamer tag every time he plays.
Oh.
I assume he. I actually don't know for sure. Again, I think he's just an anamorphic basement. Just a basement walking around with legs. And a solid gold staircase.
He's a walking basement.
Yeah.
With
He's got little arms.
I like that idea.
And he's got
That's your next Halloween
and every
costume,
basement needs
Lag.
stairs, and his are solid gold. Thank you.
You'll win some costume contests.
See you, Matt. Have a great day at your working.
Thanks for being here, Matt. Always good seeing you.
Gotta go.
Joni's yelling.
See you, Beard. Have a good day.
Timo, Timo, baby, it's kicking soccer. Yeah, that's right. Timo, Timo.
Just an anamorphic basement. Oh, my
Wait,
goodness.
that's your gamer name, Lag.
Anamorphic basement. It sounds like it smacks of trying too hard. He almost made it out with that one more. I really don't have, because I actually feel a little disconnected from reselling right now because we've been so disconnected from it, and we ran down our store so much that we all we need to do is just start filling our store back up. That's all we can say about right now, this part of the year for eBay. Our store is down. We have cross listing. We are using List Perfectly. Etsy is nigh. Etsy's deployment is nigh. We just have to literally decide which items, because we're not going to put all the items over there. So we just got to figure out how to take items out of each store, which I think is easy. How to take items out of 3 stores and send those items over to Etsy, and then it will be on Etsy.
Mike, 37 degrees is warm here.
Just in case. I love YouTube. YouTube, you're the best ever. Love. Channel.
One of the bestest,
Nice.
greatest, most awesomest ever. Santa!
Yeah, why don't they read that? You're going to read something lame, read that. And there should be mathematics that, like, if you've got a love comment and you got a hate comment, that equals zero.
Biff was asking, do you remember at the end of Dance Fever when they would unveil a new dance move? Random thought.
Well, is that the one? Was it Dance Fever or what? That's the one where they reveal the new dance and they come down the line, right? And then they do it.
My store is
I'm trying
down.
to remember.
Chicken wings are up. Man, now I'm hungry. Tired, hungry. So maybe our bingo card will
us your
be
tired,
tired,
your poor,
yawning, hungry.
Yawning masses. Feed them chicken wings.
And Paul, earlier you mentioned how Pokey's not really hoovering much.
Wait, Mike says 37 equals 10 degrees in the south. Because it is cold.
Yeah.
I mean, that's close to freezing. I mean, if you guys don't put some of those, if you don't put one of those socks on your sprockets, what do they call the things? For your outside spigots. You got to put on a spigot holder. It's kind of like a jock strap for your spigot. It goes on the outside of your house, and it keeps it warm and coddled for the coldness. Remember, we were watching that guy in Waco, Texas, and his bird feeder was frozen? Silverhair, is your bird feeder frozen? We have a friend who lives somewhere around Waco, Texas, and his bird feeder is frozen. So he got the little spigot jock straps, and he tightened them on there. And then,
Hey, Soda City Flips, aloha!
Shade is here. Aloha, Shade.
Sprocket was the dog on Fraggle Rock.
That's Fraggle Rocks. You're a youngster. You know, I had Witchy Poo. I felt love tinglings for Witchy Poo. I don't know why.
I'll
Is
take
that
a look
wrong?
at
Is
the
that
email,
weird?
Paul. Ryan, you did mention on Monday that you sold your entire inventory of single cards, 200,000 cards, and the scanners. So what is this person going to do with them? Are they a reseller? Are they going to be selling them on eBay? Oh, why'd they buy them all? And I hope you got some
Ryan's
good money.
answer is
and
like,
sorry, yawning.
Ryan's going to say, I don't care what he does as long as he gave me the money. Thank you.
Yeah.
Proper reseller attitude.
Biff was saying, I think you're thinking of Soul Train with the line.
Yes, Soul Train with the glorious McGurkin. What's his name? I can't think of anything. I didn't sleep last night. So his name is Julius Irving. No, it's Cornelius.
Hi, Brandy!
Brandy is
She's
back
here!
with the gifted membership and a beautiful green hue on her name. thank you very much. Welcome back to the membership. And there's going to be something to watch this next month.
Wouldn't that be crazy jovial?
Don Cornelius.
If it is,
Crying out loud.
if it's spam, if she's like, what if it's the word spam?
What if it is?
It's funny because X wouldn't allow me when X first started, and I was like, oh brother, I'll maybe create my account on there, and it didn't allow me at first. I had to wait a while, and somehow I had to dispute it. I mean, I didn't care either way if I got on or not because
Do you see the light bulb above my head?
Ding.
I just thought of a reseller thing. I could talk about.
What?
Okay, so check this out, everybody. Gather round, my son. This is a story for the ages. Not really. But I sold a $23 flash unit, Olympus, older 70s, 80s maybe. In the box, flash unit. Just a flash unit with a hot shoe for a 35 millimeter camera. And I left the batteries in it, and it's probably we probably had it for 2 years, and I left the batteries in it, and the batteries rotted. So this is the convoluted way I took care of it. I also have, I'm top rated seller, so I got to ship within 24 hours. So yesterday I noticed it right when I was shipping. It was only maybe 6 hours since he bought it. I did not refund him directly on that because I asked him if he would mind me refunding it, thinking to myself, if he says yes, then I can actually cancel it and say he asked me to cancel it because I wanted to say that. But he didn't answer me. So I said, if you don't, then what I'm going to do is refund you and I'm going to ship it to you. This does nuke my ability to be protected by eBay, I think, because the only way I get protected from negative feedback is if he makes a return. So anyway, I put a note in the box and I said sorry again because the guy hasn't responded. So I sent him the broken thing and I'm refunding him. What's everybody think about that? Talks amongst yourselves.
He's just gonna have to pay to throw it away.
Yeah, I just sent him a piece of garbage in the mail. I mean, that is what I thought of. He can play with it if he wants, but you see, this is the second time in 2 weeks we've had a boner by yours truly.
Great. Now we're definitely not.
No, but I mean it in the other way. That's, I mean it in the way like, womp, womp,
I know.
womp. Do you think if it's a company with sound effects within 10 seconds of the word, it might be okay?
You know what? I am not going to overthink this what are we saying wrong thing. Just like we decide not to overthink eBay and what are these numbers and how many views and blah, 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 blah. Because, no. And right, Paul, you are right.
Who said that?
Like spam is copyrighted. And Paul's like, hope not. Pork, luncheon meat, banshee doesn't have the same ring to it. No kidding.
Is it really pork? I don't know. Squirrel's kind of the same color.
Yeah, Biff was saying protect against defects by any means necessary.
So do you think I did that's the best thing. I shipped him a piece of garbage and I refunded him completely, and that way, as long as he's not angry that I sent him garbage, I should have avoided the defect.
Yeah.
So the only way he could be mad. The other guy was mad because I inadvertently sliced the cable. I don't even know how the cable got sliced.
And then you never emailed him.
And then I forgot to email him because it was busy time.
Or message him.
That's all my only excuse. Is I definitely had it on the plan and did not do it. So that's a failure on my part. This one I've covered my bases the best I can. So it is into his, but he would really have to be the worst kind of person to give me any hassle.
You know what? Well, at the beginning of 2024 or
Lag's
something.
not mad anymore.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys!
We sent a purse to someone.
I did say nuking on something.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I remember we sent a
We've done that
purse,
before.
a vintage purse, and when I was like
Was it
pulling
nice
it
purse?
out
Is that your purse?
to ship it,
That's a
I
nice
noticed
purse.
that the inside it had some sort of like stuffing to make it the side stiff
Biff's gonna
and stand
remember
up,
this because we talked
and it
about
became crumbly.
like because it was in our basement
And I
where
was
it's
like,
a little bit
wait,
humid,
what
and
the
we're like,
heck?
what happened?
And I could tell that the material that made the sides of the bag
like the
stiff,
foam.
yeah, the foam, it felt like it had deteriorated because I could feel it like in the bottom.
I think it crumbulated.
And that we just shipped and refunded the person immediately and just shipped it, and even said, just want to let you know, we're sending this to you in case you still want it, but we're refunding you as well because it feels like there's been some deterioration. And they never replied to our message,
Nothing.
gave us feedback, nothing. And I'm
But
like,
guess
did they
what?
ever even...
That's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of nothing on eBay. They
And
pay
was
you,
it-
you ship it. A whole bunch of nothing is good sale.
And
Success
John
story.
and Jenna, I think it was them. My brain is complete mush again.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were saying, and we agree, just don't poke the sleeping bear. If they
Here's
don't
the-
respond,
You
just
know what?
let it be. Don't
Do you
ask them
think
for feedback.
Would I have gotten the bad feedback from the guy if eBay didn't poke the bear? Why is eBay poking the bear for me? eBay, I love you. You're the best. YouTube, you so good too. But why are you poking my bears?
Like the time we got the email or the feedback
Yes.
where the person said, I'm just leaving this because eBay won't stop emailing me and asking me to leave you the
And
feedback.
that was a neutral, which he changed. But it was because of eBay I even got the neutral. I submit, Your Honor, that's why we got this bogus, lame, a negative was because eBay was poking our customer bear. Thank you.
Biff brought up that Sesame Street's future is uncertain, and I heard
What?
that.
Because HBO owns them.
I read that too. Yeah, I don't remember.
No,
Again,
Disney owns
brain
them.
is a sieve, and what goes in just leaves
The
immediately.
Muppets are owned by Disney. No, HBO owns Sesame Street, I think.
Don Cornelius.
Don
And-
Cornelius is the guy who did
Sprocket or what?
now's the time on Sprockets when we dance. No, he did the TV show. Not I see. I'm searching up here looking for it. Oh yeah, Biff.
Fraggle
I have
Rock?
Biff. Have I mentioned that I totally forgot whether it was 70-20-10 or 20-70-10?
It's 2070.
It is. I get that now, but it's like forgetting your combination to your high school locker. Like I all of a sudden I was thinking it was 70-20-10. But that's actually the formula for that awesome mayonnaise, mustard, pickle juice sandwich spread recipe. 70-20-10. Thank you. HBO did not renew Sesame Street. How can you do that?
So hopefully, like Netflix or something will take on Sesame Street. Sesame Street cannot go.
It's not going anywhere. But it's
Mike was saying that he.
Do you think that's because everyone's going back on their what's that? I want to kind of say some words. Damn. I'm muzzled. I'm muzzled. But I will say Mike G says my motivation is really low right now. I have over 100 items to restock in my store. That's about 8% of my store. Mainly good stock. Got to get going. So I have a decent. Yes, you do. Because and that's what's happened. That happened to us every single year. You don't remember it because you used to be a normal person. Now you're an eBay animal. But 4 years ago, you just went to work. But since the beginning of my eBay experience, I'm always burnt in January. It's like I need to take a whole month off. In fact, we used to go to Hawaii, and then I wouldn't sell anything because that was better than staying here and selling stuff on eBay. Let's take a vacation. But I do know that motivation factor.
Bye, Mike Seller. You have a great day. Pokey says.
Aloha, Mike Seller.
Thank you for always giving him treat money.
I don't remember
you
even
so much.
saying hi to Mike Seller.
I did.
Okay, good.
Up top. Right.
Have a great
Yes.
day. Hello and goodbye.
Thanks for
That's what
spending your
aloha's
time
for.
with us, Mike.
Aloha is both
Mike Seller.
hello, goodbye, and I love you. All three. Take that, Mike Seller.
So, Mike G, I gotta tell you, okay. Like I feel like the motivation spark is in me, but I'm overwhelmed. And I don't know. I feel so overwhelmed, and it's hard for me to not feel overwhelmed.
We started Q4 with 2,000 something items in one store, and it's at 1,500 and something.
And I have to say that the photographs,
The fodes.
photography is really stressing me out. And I mention that
so
often,
annoying.
but it does. I hate it. And I did
But
read.
that's your job.
I was reading where someone
McDonald's is
said,
hiring
"Don't
for, like,
focus.
$20+
Don't
now.
focus on
That's more than we make.
lighting the item. Focus on lighting the room." And I was like, "Okay, that's good advice." And I also sort on my own like figured this out, but also saw people discussing this that photographing things on a white background can cause
It's bad for your psychology.
it's bad for the light that the camera lets in, and it changes
I
the
understand.
colors of the items. And I've noticed that, and I played around with that because I noticed that when I photograph on a white background, the item ends up getting so dark because the iPhone, I guess, thinks that it's really light because the background is white.
It's so cute, Axe Monkey. I'm usually highly motivated, but then I use my RC tray and everything gets slow and looks so green. Well, maybe you shouldn't keep that RC tray around there. You should hide that away. I mean, it's a
So I
really
was
good.
thinking
This
I
is good
might-
sales month.
I
usually.
might need to find
Have
some
stuff
other
for sale.
background color
No.
to start photographing on.
No.
Because that will reduce my time.
Hold on. We do the same thing for one reason, because I have done it for 25 years and it's the right way to do it. If there was a real reason
Things
to
aren't
change it,
working
sure.
out though with
They're-
it's taking
they-
anywho.
What are you talking about? This is the first time I've ever heard this. You just made it up. Secondly,
What are you talking about?
Um,
We've mentioned that I have a hard
don't
time with
listen to
photography.
No, you just take pictures. Just get back in your cage.
Big Dre was saying that whenever I screw up on an order, I message the buyer twice a day until shipment, which is 2 days. And if I don't get a response, I ship it and hope for the best. I did that in November and got good feedback. Good.
Yeah. Oh, twice a
Lag.
day. I see. So you do it. You kind of give it a. Just make sure that there's no way they can. I did include a note, which is not a usual thing. So I included it in a note so that when it did get to the other end, they, But an extra note might have been okay.
So Lag was saying, I didn't mind Sesame Street, but the Muppets creeped me out. And the thing is that it might be our generation and older that really likes Sesame Street or grew up with it.
Yeah, I mean, and I grew up
Our
with
generation
Muppets,
really
too.
grew up with Sesame Street.
It was
So
right
the
there from
younger
the beginning.
generations may not be into it.
It
Maybe
was
that's
my
why
only
HBO
friend.
isn't renewing it.
PBS was my only friend. You have big blue.
Oh, right.
Big blue marker.
Paul Rose was saying you can use the Count Voice clips again if Sesame Street is canceled.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hey, look at that! Pete Craigslist Hunter is here. Aloha, Pete.
Hey, aloha!
Now, there's really nothing to. There's nothing to this job. The only problem with reselling is the complications that they interjected into it last year. Thank you very much. I mean, I think a lot of us are buyers and sellers and have been for a really long time. But the eBay game became slightly complicated with promoted listings. But I think I've proven pretty much to myself, at least, over the last 6 months of starting 2 new stores, that as long as you put good stuff in there and promote it for the most part, unless it's a real high-end item that people search directly for, if you promote it, it works. So the system still works. It just costs you an extra 5% of your money.
And part of what overwhelms me is that
But you're overwhelmed by everything.
I am, yeah. Is that we have so much
We
stuff
still have a lot of stuff.
that we've collected over so many years, and that is what overwhelms me. Trying to
Biff is overwhelmed
pick
by his
the
underwhelming
items.
niche.
I know. Yeah.
But you like to you're a classic overthinker is all. And so I try to underthink everything and make it all balance out. Thank you very much. Generally, we end up in a decent place. Absolutely 100% think that
Jovial,
we
that's
have
what I was thinking.
eBay figured out, and it seems to work fine.
So, What?
My fingers are slightly dehydrated. See, they're slightly raisiny.
Oh.
Just a hair raisiny. I'm gonna.
Mike G was saying he uses his kid's old IKEA red table as a backdrop. Jovial was saying that she uses a light gray background and it was a game changer.
False. No, that's true. But you have to use a white background.
I do have like the bright square lights for photography, but my space that I photograph in, I don't know. I don't know. I do, and I'm sorry, I brought this up before.
Can I tell you what I think about you?
And John was saying, try changing the settings on your phone. That helps with lighting issues.
Try taking your head off and putting someone else's head on there. That's good at photography. Thank you. You are awesome at photography. You know, the only problem I have is that, actually, maybe somebody could actually answer this. Let's see. If it's a sunny day, and no matter, so we have all the technology you could want, but we're using an iPhone. We're not using a camera, but we can have any app. You can change any settings, whatever. Something happened with the iPhone 15, which made it a little darker. Pictures get darker. But really what happens is if it's a sunny day, I get a pink hue to the pictures. And if it's a cloudy day, I get a blue hue to the pictures. And sometimes I have to go back and use the contrast feature and change the pictures.
Wait, I'm laughing right now because...
But if you, other than that, the pictures are perfect.
The sunny day pink hue is because our house is pink and the sun is...
Do you think so?
Reflecting off from the house in through the windows. Because I try to use the natural lighting. And so for me...
On sunny days...
The perfect time to photograph is on an overcast day and just using the natural light that comes through the windows.
Look, if you look at our pictures on any of our auctions, they're beautiful. They're perfect. So the bottom line is you don't have any problems and you're so bored with not having any problems. You're trying to make one.
Mike G was saying a red background requires really good lighting or it looks like crap. But I would also have a problem too with the red would probably reflect a little bit off from the items changing the color.
You know what's really good? White. Thank you.
Yeah. Callie Debs, how fun. She marched in the Rose Parade with Sesame Street in 2009.
Did you? That's awesome. I want to go back in time.
What a great little fact that is. Candy, I think it was John on PPP the other day referencing someone else talking about doing things that are good enough. Not everything has to be perfect. Perfection can really slow procedures down. And I agree. And he tells me that. And then when I give him pictures, he goes,
perfect,
oh, now I have to sit here and edit these and lighten them more because...
And she wants to know how
and I'm
she
like,
can be
you
perfect
just told
too.
me to stop obsessing over trying to make the pictures perfect.
If you just follow everything I say exactly as I write up the instruction list, then it'll be perfect. I never figured out how to use.
That was John that mentioned that.
I never learn how to use photography right. But I've had full expensive camera setups when I had my mid-century modern store. I took all the pictures and they went on to First Dibs and One King's Lane and whatnot. And I was a hack. I'm still a hack. I'm a hack at everything. But I learned how to use it just well enough to really get what I want out of it, at least. But I wouldn't sell my services as a photographer because I would just be ripping people off. So, but you are ripping me off because I pay you.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. Like I feel
Sweetie.
motivation, but then when I think about having to
Did you hear what I
photograph,
said,
I'm unmotivated. Yeah, you pay me.
I pay you. Nobody gets paid around here. We all work for free. This
Yeah,
is
and
eBay.
Candy O is saying too, I am not a fan of the white backgrounds. I go with gray tones. Seems to get more realistic pics.
I'm overblown. What's it called? I blow out the picture a little bit. I have a exact like science like a drop of
but the
newt
other
in
problem
eye
the
of
other problem too
Leroy.
is so when I'm taking photos on my phone, I see certain colors when I'm done, and I'm like, this looks great on my phone.
tabs.
And then when I load them into drafts, he's looking at them on his computer screen, and he's going,
My perfect,
these don't look right. The
perfect
colors don't look
computer.
right. So from my phone to his computer screen, he thinks he needs to look at them. And then when
From your mouth to my
he
ear.
lightens them up, I then go back at some point and look at the actual listings and on my phone.
Pete,
and I'm
Craigslist
like, what
Hunter.
have you done?
Let's bring Pete back into this conversation. Pete,
The
what
photos
matters?
look like you're looking
What?
through
Hold
some
on.
sort of
everybody stop.
hazy filter.
Hazy, hot, and humid. Listen, do we sell things? Do we sell a lot of things? Does it pay for your bread and cheese? And your new cage that you live in now? Okay. There's no cage, just to make that clear in case you thought there was. But don't we sell things? And isn't that the true? I'm just saying that Craig, because Craig. Pete, Craigslist Hunter, because he said it's so simple. And really the simplicity is you take a picture, we sell the item. That's it. Now you might think it's hard or you might think it's difficult, but all that matters is did the money go in our pocket?
Well, and then I also think about it, the stuff that we have bought off eBay,
I do kind of need a timeout.
nothing
I
has
kinda need a
ever
timeout.
had an
What?
edited photo like what we do
On what?
on eBay. The stuff that we have bought on eBay, oh, maybe just that racetrack four-way
Right.
thing.
You know why? Because I'm buying cheap. I'm looking for deals. I'm looking for people to list stuff wrong and don't know how to take pictures or picture the back of the item instead of the front. That's why we always buy stuff from Lame Pictures, because I'm looking for lame pictures. I don't want to pay full price for stuff. Jovial Juggler says I need to stand in the corner.
Other people might have the same
And I totally
mentality
agree.
when looking at our stuff.
I'm a little grumpy right now, I think. I'm starting to get grumpy. This is me grumpy.
I definitely feel like I could just go.
That's what I don't really feel grumpy. What I think I'm annoyed that I have to keep my eyes open right now.
Jen, do we say aloha to you?
I don't, but I think we're going to. Let's
KR
do it.
1964.
Aloha, Jen.
And I'm sorry if you've been here a while and we didn't say hi to you. But she was saying, I love the eBay photo tools in the app. They are different from the phone to desktop, I think. I think on desktop you have a little more tools available, or the ability, instead of doing it like a whitewash, you can actually the eBay app.
I don't know. I tried to do it the other day because I wanted to put a AI background. I thought that was available.
I don't know. But I use the Photo Room app. I know John from Flippin' Ain't Easy uses it. And I have said this before, it was a game changer for me when I first started working with him on eBay 4 years ago. I was overwhelmed again with the photos, and when I found this app, it changed everything for me. It really did. So it's crazy for me to say I'm still stressed about taking photos, even though I have this app, because I don't want to have to edit every single photo I take. I usually only edit the first photo.
You can batch process.
Yeah. But I like to have...
And List Perfectly actually gives you 1,000...
I like to have photos of the item that are unedited, so that people feel comfortable going, oh, okay, they
Only the first one's edited.
actually have the real item.
But sometimes I have to go through and adjust the coloring on all the other ones, which I do not enjoy.
I don't want stuff to look like stock photos.
I do.
Even most of our stuff is vintage, and there's no way it really could be a stock photo.
I want all of our stuff to look like it was stolen. Won't that help with sales?
I'm trying to say, though, that it's our first photo that I edit. The rest of them are not edited, so that people understand that we actually have the item and they don't have to question whether it's stock or not.
And just to put it in total perspective, the first one that's got a white background, it doesn't even need... and then we post the exact picture that doesn't have a white background. It can look different in colorations, and I'm fine with that. Thank you. And Silver Hair Stacker said that he is putting ski boots on the beach, and that does not seem to be working.
They are so goofy.
And I feel like that's good. That's a super good piece of information to hand to everybody. Do not AI your ski boots onto a beach. It's not gonna work. But can you imagine if it did work? and you found yourself in a little, somehow that little software engineering makes your ski boots sell faster because they're on a beach?
That would be really funny. Axe Monkey was saying that after a heavy year of buying, I'm surrounded by stuff. When I get overwhelmed with picking, I just pick what's closest and go. Turn that thinking off. Or I use my RC tray and play Mario Kart.
Yeah, I don't have any problems at all. She has all the problems now, and I just sit here and say nope. I have Nintendo right there.
Yeah, Paul Rose.
I just beat the crap out of
the whole reflection thing too.
Big King
I
Trump.
do make everything so
I'm
annoying.
like 10 dudes into Mike Tyson's Punch-Out right now.
I agree with the reflections on glass and chrome and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I hear about that a lot.
Yeah.
You hate that. We saw actually. So this one time we had 3 lights, 3 big like LED lights with color, everything. But that it doesn't. I think the room's too small or something. It doesn't work. But what we don't have is a lot of. We don't have the bags over the top, that the diffraction or whatever. But we did finally figure out how to take pictures of 45 records, where I wanted to take the front, back, and then take pictures. I don't know why. I wanted 5 pictures because eBay requested 5 pictures. It said on our listing quality report, you need to have 5 pictures per 45 records. So anyway, we obliged. But I wanted to show the actual vinyl, and vinyl does not take a good picture. But to get like the
Grooves.
The grooves, but it like makes a reflection, and it makes triangles of light. So it shines perfectly on the record, and it makes the record look all recordy. You know how a record turns and it like flashes light because it's
Reflects it.
Yeah, I can't describe what I'm trying to say, but if you take a picture of a record, it looks black. But we took 4 lighting sources on all 4 corners of it and made it have little light shadows. Yeah, light shadows.
No.
That's what they were. They were light shadows. Like, instead of being shadows of no light, it was shadows of light. Thank you.
Sort of like how Pokey always looks like he's all shiny, satiny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
the record.
You see how he shines, and then you change it? And then you put lights on him, and then he turns into a frog.
Biff was saying, get Photoshop. You can color correct the first photo, save that as a template, and then run that. Is that when you said, and then you can run that and then apply that filter to everything?
Yeah.
But that's just it. My photos are so inconsistent. I literally can take a photo of something, turn it to take a photo of the side, and the lighting has now changed. So that needs different editing.
She doesn't have control of her room. I keep telling her that.
But
you don't have control of your room.
The iPhone
and your
though,
systems, man. You need to get control of your systems,
the
man.
iPhone does have a lot of adjusting you can do. Once you take the photo, you can copy the adjustments that you made and then apply that also in batch to the rest of the photos you took. But again, I'm sorry to bring it up because I know
You're not sorry.
It's annoying to discuss how I have a hard time with photos, but I do, and I need to
Mostly,
get it squared away.
promise you, mostly it's just complaining about it. You're mostly just complaining because I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah, you are. When
mean,
you
a little
sit there going, I
me.
have to lighten these up. I wish you would take the pictures so that I wouldn't have to lighten them up. And then I say, well, on my
it's
phone they
little
look fine.
complaining, but but honestly, I really don't care that much.
Well, that's what I thought because you say don't spend too much time on each thing.
Well, then I'm in a different mood, and I want a little prettiness in my pictures. You know, I'm feeling cute. I want my pictures to look. I don't want them to look pink.
Mike was saying that that white is boring, which of course. But again, did you mention that in the beginning eBay wanted white, and which was pretty much so that things would show up on Google, right?
I'm not worried about being boring. I'm worried about selling my crap.
But he mentioned how people know his stuff because they see that red background and they know it's his stuff. And
I'm okay with that.
I'm able to recognize items from same seller often because they're using the same background.
Yeah, we use the same background all the time. It's called white. Thank you.
Don and I wish
I'm
they would have
very-
more desktop features on the eBay app. Yeah.
The
know.
thing, my whole vision has always been boutique.
Like,
So, and boutique is white.
and I love the white. I mean, I really do prefer the white.
Because
but
you sound like
just,
you're complaining about the white.
But it
but
just
you love the
does
white?
not result in good photos, or photos that don't need editing. You know what, Don Flipping? One thing that boggles my mind, or I don't get why it's not available on an app, is on the desktop when you're filling out item specifics, there's the condition box where you can explain the condition of something instead of you select if it's used or brand new or whatever. If it's used, you can then type in a longer description in the description box, and that is not available on the app. Which I guess eBay wants you to put the description in, or I'm sorry, the condition in the long description as well. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to say the most indignating story of the week from eBay. The guy that and we sold the Teddy Ruxpin,
Oh yeah.
which probably put us over for the year into a decent income, and then he sends me a message the other day. Now nothing's happened yet, but he sent me a message the other day, and it says just a message saying, "Sorry, the person I got this for doesn't seem interested." That was the message. No return request yet. But did he just rent my Teddy Ruxpin for Christmas?
I don't know, something weird.
It seems odd, but I don't
I
know.
mean, we got positive feedback, so we thought everything
positive feedback.
we thought they bought it for themselves, but
I was trying to keep the vibe
evidently.
light today, but now we're gonna go deep into the mystery, the mind of the eBay buyer.
like sometimes I list with bad pictures on my floor, so the buyer feels like he's getting a deal from a
See?
rookie eBayer.
That's what, and you. That's how you convinced me to buy all your crap. Oh, now I get it. This thing just jumped like a thing that jumps.
Like, gotta get your toes in there. Oh, like that picture
Yeah.
that the person sent to
You gotta get
Silver
a-
Hair about the stiff leather coat.
You gotta get a mirror that's
Their-
angled on the floor.
Their Frito toenails are in the photo.
Squat with your toes showing, and then take a picture.
Paul Rose was saying, Prima, I believe you're going through a nog come down. That's so great. Some milky type drink should stop the shake.
I know. I definitely have nog DTs. I mean, it's tough. This is a tough game. I don't know if next year I'm going to go full nog. I think I'm going to I'm not going to drink light nog. No. But if I'm nogging it, we used to have this great rule that seemed to serve us well. If you're going to eat sugar or delicious foods that have tons of sugar in it, you have to bake it yourself.
I can't get enough sugar lately. I don't know what it is.
It's because you're on nog DTs.
I've been eating those tiny little candy canes.
Yeah, you are. You always smell very fresh, though. I like that.
Well, and I have my Burt's Bees peppermint. Big Dre was saying, I don't use white backgrounds, and sometimes my items get recommended to me by Google when I'm surfing the internet. Not sure why, but
All the time
Google showing them.
we do get our items served to us a lot too.
And Candy always,
Even though we don't advertise, like we get our items that we don't advertise show up on Google. Thing.
well, especially if you like copy your title and paste it. I mean, I'll do that sometimes.
Why are you
and
ruining my
voila.
story?
I'm saying that's what I do sometimes. I'm not saying that's what you do. Candy always saying,
No,
this
that's what I
reminds
do.
me of a quote in The Edge where Hannibal says, a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.
That's right.
And Candy always saying, I'd rather do 10 good listings than 4 perfect ones. Churn, churn, churn. And then Major One agrees. Candy, that's a really smart reference.
Our biggest issue is that in general, we do not have an eBay problem at all. We don't have a picture problem. We don't have a overthinking problem. We are great. We own eBay, kind of, not really. But the only thing, and this is what 2025 is about. It's about consistency in listing. That's it.
I move my head instead of moving the chapstick.
Yeah. But that's it. So,
Chat 6 days in place.
how many have we done this year, sweetie? How many listings have we made? I'm going to tell you. 17.
That's
How
not
many
good.
days? How many days has it been?
8. That's really bad. Oh, Pokey does not like my
That's
chapstick.
2 a day.
I'd
I'd rather do 2 lame eBay listings
Well,
a day
okay.
than do 10 good ones.
So, you know,
That doesn't make sense.
I think John and Bearded Picker, I think they are more
serious
into
people.
they're more into the dollar amount. Like it's better to reach a dollar amount per
Correct.
day. But John or Bearded Picker, if either one of you is
Bearded
still
Peaker,
around,
that's a whole different.
I did not mean to say that.
That's a whole different guy.
What if only one item is your your set dollar amount for the day? Are you only going to list one item, or you'll still list more than one? Just
It's a good point because really $500 a day is probably a nice little number to list an amount. But if it is just one item, then you probably should list 10 items.
yeah. And Callie Debs and Jovial are talking about how Callie Debs was in the Rose Bowl parade.
She was on the Remo, those are the drum heads, right?
And
Remo.
Callie Debs, we had a young local girl who was in the Macy's parade, Thanksgiving parade.
Spirit of America,
She was selected. She submitted, a little video, and they had, I think, 600 dancers in this one group that went through the parade.
and they were
stopped
dancers, like gymnastics, or what were they? Like, what was the?
But
the tie that
she's only like
bound?
13, and there was a GoFundMe for her, and our local gas station sold some local donuts to raise money for her.
We hella overpaid for some delicious.
And anyhow, she
Was in New
had
York
to be
for a
there
week.
a week. Yeah, a week prior because there was practice. Of course, they had to practice. So, but I think it was 600 kids in that one group. How the heck?
Yeah. What's amazing to me is that they organized the whole trip across the country, and it gave a lot of girls a way to get in the parade because they weren't
it
like
may have been boys and girls. I don't think it was just girls. But
But
I
it was
don't really
in other
know.
words, it wasn't like one band from one school.
Yeah.
It's like they had.
The group was from all over the country. So I'm guessing a lot of the people didn't even know each other, the participants. What would Conrad Hall do? Just had
Biff, you can't-
WWCH.
Don't tax our brain power.
Paul, I've had to
Don't
adjust
Don
the iPhone
Cornelius
settings. Just
us.
have the room light on and a left and right photography light above head height angled down.
And the lighting should stay the same from all angles. Yeah,
But do you have
honestly,
wind-
I think you do it fine. You just do it fine.
Well, don't make me second guess myself.
No, I will. I'm trying to build up your confidence through.
Just don't mention
you're doing
anything
it
about the
wrong.
photographs because know that I've already spent way too much time
Too
trying to
bad,
get it
bucko.
right. Before I even give them to you, I've already spent way too much time trying to get them right.
I totally agree.
So don't even say anything
well,
because I've already spent a lot of time on making them perfect.
Just let.
Perfect in my eyes.
No, but you don't. Would you just let me?
Yeah, and Mike
but they're a
was-
little bit pink.
I see that too, but whatever.
Oh.
Like Mike was saying, I see tons of sellers sell a ton, and they don't give a flip about the photo
They don't,
quality
they
or
don't, they don't.
description. It's really
Here's another thing:
yeah.
is that we're out of our minds with quality, and I mean that. First of all, pat me on the back.
Oh,
It's been a while since I
sorry,
had a
just
proper
knocked him in the
back
noggin.
patting.
I knocked his noggin.
We are way over concerned with. I'm way over concerned with. Quality.
So
I have to control. Well, it's not really a control thing. It's about quality. It's just about the listing quality, and I've said this a million times. $7, $7,000. It gets the same attention. I don't think I need to change that. That's just my point. I think that's what makes me tick. I like to have.
I like to be picky, and I cannot lie.
True. And you know, I like branding. I think it's really important. I've always been a brander. Primo Chemo's a brand. You just branded all of our stores because we had happy faces, like all round things for our eBay.
No, we did not. We only had the little happy face on the old school artifacts.
We had a happy face, and then we had a rubber band ball, and then we got the moon, and then you just
so now
put
I
a happy
put,
face with my glasses on each one. Now you can tell.
So I'm like, I'm gonna brand our stores so that there's some sort of connection between all three of them, and I did.
What we do, and I would say also that when you are not a perfectionist, but when you are a quality-oriented person, so meaning I'm spending the same amount of time on a $7,000 item as a $7 item, I think it is important to know that you're not going to make much. You're not going to be able to build a business that can grow past a certain amount, because I'm way too concerned with each individual step of the process, and I'm fine with that though.
I want to also add, because
I just want to make a certain amount of money.
We are picking from our collection that is, in some cases, like 30 years old.
We paid $600
hardly
last year.
anything
Not
is
quite $600
ready to be
sourcing.
photographed and listed. It needs to be tested, cleaned. Like nothing. We can't take anything out of our pile and just go, oh, I photograph it.
We do
Hardly
no, you
ever.
clean
Hardly ever. And that's what I like about going out and sourcing new, like buying new stuff, which was great during.
We spent $600
because
this year
the
on
stuff
sourcing.
is pretty much already ready to be sold.
Here, I'll
That's
read a
why we bought
comment.
it. Yeah.
Oh, out loud? Oh. Did you read this one? At BandFest a couple of days leading up to the Rose Parade, all of the bands perform and all of the drum heads get changed out to the Rose Parade theme while there. Oh, I see. So they print onto the Remo drum heads. So they all look cool so they can be on TV and stuff. Now, unfortunately, Kelly Debs, I hope that Rose Bowl does not get fire flatulated.
Why is it? Why?
Because it's right there in Altadena in Pasadena.
Oh, when does it happen?
The fire's happening right now.
The Rose Bowl.
Well, it happened on the 1st of the year.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying the actual Rose Bowl is there all year long.
Oh,
and it's going to burn to the
physical,
ground.
The physical.
Yes.
Okay. Oh dear, no.
So I hope nothing happens there. But it's incredible that Altadena, how it's just we're an hour and a half out of knowledge now. We don't even have a knowledge base. Maybe they put it all out.
So Axe Monkey has a goal that I want, and I want you to have, is to figure out how to be happy with my photos without having to edit.
No. You I'm gonna have to edit that much. Again, you're over complicating it in that I only update a couple of colors. I mean, if they're really super bad, I do it.
Ryan was saying
Can you hear my beard on here?
the ones that kill me are the guys who sell cards and action figures, and they put a fake picture of a sexy looking woman holding the figure or the card. It's obvious she's not actually holding it. It's so bad.
Is it an actual real girl?
I swear I've seen something like that too, and it was like this shirtless guy, and I'm thinking, ew.
Maybe we should start doing this. I'm gonna be shirtless in all of our
Grody.
pictures.
And I don't even remember what it was I was looking at for or what.
Silver hair might be onto something with the put your ski boots on a sandy beach.
Paul, maybe
just
I'm a
put
snob,
myself-
but I hate seeing an arm or a foot or a dirty duvet in the photos. I agree. And when I'm photographing books, and I'm trying to like do the center pages and the book wants to close, I use a little wooden chopstick to hold the book down so that my finger won't be in it.
Yes, use like a stick, like you're a curator in a museum.
Yeah.
Like stick. I'm not touching it with my greasy oil hands. I have a stick. Special stick.
Quirky Pick a Chad. I refuse to take
Refuse.
great pictures if it's too good buyers might not think they're looking at the actual item you have, and that is exactly
A guess just like ours is. Thank
yeah.
you.
And when I first started using the photo room app to edit and get white backgrounds, we did get contacted once, and somebody asked, "Do you have this item?" And
True story.
and then lo and behold, I saw somebody else mention how when they used the photo room app, they were asked the same thing. And after that, it made me a little question, like, oh gosh. And that is why only the first picture is edited, and then the rest of them are on just a background. You can, even though it's a white background, you can tell it's not an edited background.
It's a white background.
Hey, B Nudes, aloha. Oh wait, we're peace out or peace out.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about pictures anymore. I don't want to talk about my pieces of flair.
Where I didn't
Our
even
pictures
see B
are great.
Nudes in here. Until
Our listings are great. Everything about our listings are great. You can't find anything wrong with them. They're perfect. I'm trying to think of some other things to say. And I think that I'm comfortable with the auctions the way I put them out there. I don't think I can do a better job, and I think that's how I'm set up to do life. I have to do it the best way I can. I'm not comfortable, but some people are comfortable, and you can certainly set yourself up to be comfortable with non-perfection. But in my case, I learned how to take pictures and it was all white background, and I just stuck with it.
Did Beard say something up? Oh, Bearded Peaker. Oh, and Lag was saying I like Bearded Peaker. My mouse.
Your mouse?
My
Exactly.
mouse
It's a
says
big
things. I know.
I can't wait till we're done here, and we're gonna go watch Jenna Phipps, her next installment on her house.
We have some errands we need to run though.
In
And
Burlington Electric. What's it called?
And
In Victoria, British Columbia.
and if the
Stop
post,
trying to change the subject.
And if the post person didn't come, we're gonna have to go to the post office.
I'm gonna change your subject. We've been up all night.
Rose Bowl is not. Oh, Biv! I literally was just reading it. Maybe he read that. I think he said the Rose Bowl is not on the first, but the arrow is in the way, and now the message is gone. So maybe it is. Hey, Blue V2.
Isn't it on the first? It's on New Year's Day. Well, the parade is on New Year's Day. Maybe I'm wrong.
Blue V2. Hey, Primo, if you had to
That's
pick
from
one.
England.
Aloha. If you had to pick one, HR, Puff and Stuff, Land of the Lost, or Sigmund in the Sea Monster.
Puff and Stuff. I was definitely only 3 years old, and I was watching H&R Puff and Stuff and Witchy Poo. I'm pretty sure I felt a tingle in my pajamas. Do you get that?
I don't know what you're saying.
Witchy Poo. And I think that probably Puff and Stuff was pretty sexy too. He looked like a giant cheeseburger. And you know what's really crazy is then they got sued. There was some sort of suing because they also made the characters for McDonald's, the first characters for McDonald's. And I don't know, there's controversy in there. It's a big story.
Did you?
Callie Deb says,
Yeah.
I'm concerned about all the fire stuff. We always used to march at Pacific Palisades and entertain. I know. I mean, we know it. I mean, she knows it. I grew up in California, so I get excited about LA. I mean, I went to college in Santa Barbara. I spent a lot of time. I know it. I know the area. I never lived there, but I've been there dozens of times. So I'm very familiar with like where things should be. And when they're gone now, when we've done that before and things disappear, it's not fun anymore. It's kind of like, I don't know. You feel lost. So I know that's what LA is going to look like now.
I know I would be
tons of stuff.
concerned and sad about the fire right now, no matter what. But having you from there,
you got to go see
our
it too.
friends here that are in California that are
Thank gosh
here
you
in
gotta
our
go
chat
see
and
it.
watching us, and
You can't go
going
to
to
the Real
California
Inn
and
anymore.
going to the Eames house. I am obsessed with wanting to know what's happening
I know.
right now.
I wish we could know. Callie Debs, can you go drive up PCH too. You just have to go up to where the fire starts and just see if the Eames house is
X
there
Monkey was
still.
saying she bought a tabletop book holder on Amazon and it works great. Unless the book is too thick. I take everything overhead, which is part of the problem too, because if my light overhead lights, then I cast a shadow because now I'm reaching over trying to take an overhead photo. I'm annoying. I gotta get this squared away.
I've built
But he
wooden
wants everything
things,
overhead.
and then and I have round lights. I got everything.
And none of it works.
You can't.
We've tried so many things.
I like turtles. Look at this little
Turtle.
train. My mom got me this train.
Nerdle.
You and your pictures make me want to play with trains.
Jovia, who tried eating chapstick as a kid and what flavor?
All of them. And you know what I have? Let me see if I still have some of this. You're going to be amazed. I got that one. A few years ago, I went back and I remember the girls from the jean store used to have lip smackers. But these are rip-off lip smackers because they're... Oh, I got them all. I think there was another one, but I can't... Maybe Fanta? You remember lip smackers that were big and on a string? And all the ladies had those things. And when I say ladies, I mean like 13-year-olds, and I was like 8. And they were big, and they hung upside down, but they were like that big. And I ate those. That was the question. That's the answer. But we found these at Walgreens like 10 years ago.
Oh, baby aspirin. Oh boy. Never liked the baby aspirin.
That just tastes like wax now. It's lost all its flavor.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Do these things have like bacteria in them? That still tastes like Coca-Cola.
So Paul is saying he puts way too much detail in his listings, but it saved me several times. So if there were any defects, they were photoed and described, plus all the specifications were in black and white. And I don't feel you keep the descriptions very to the point and don't overdo it.
That's correct. I feel like I'm a doctor at listing.
I don't
really,
like it
really
when there's
do.
too much detail. It's overwhelming. It's like walking into like TJ Maxx and there's so much stuff. I'm like, I'm out of here.
I hear one person sneeze in that place and I'm out of there. There's a lot of sneezing in TJ Maxx. I don't know why.
Jovial, yeah, the orange bear, yep. Yeah. Yeah, we take pictures of the
but definitely
any
puffin'
defects
stuff.
and
I just want to go back up there. Biff was wrong. I don't think that's ever going to happen again. So everybody take a snapshot of that. Biff is rarely wrong. Oh, the book haul you're talking about. Yeah, we have.
Sorry, yawn.
We
yawn,
have book haul.
yawn.
We have like acrylic, like lots of different. Mostly, I think it's probably not a book holder. It's a. We have an actual book holder. It's for like reading, like giving a sermon or something. It's like plexiglass.
Oh, that
And it,
thing's that's for displaying.
Yeah, it holds a book open.
That's for like
cool.
putting it on like a coffee table.
And then we have a whole heck a lot of
Got
different
it from MoMA, I think.
plate holders that hold plates.
Yes, plate holders work well too. Yeah, little easel plate holders.
Yeah, I like those. Primo relatable as Julie Newmar as the Catwoman gave me my first tingle. I also liked her too.
Cornhusker was saying every summer we went from Plattsburgh, New York to Huntington for vacation and loved Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. They didn't show that where we lived.
Oh, that's cool. I remember it, and I remember Gumby and Pokey and Davy. Davy and is it Davy and Goliath? But I didn't watch them so much. I definitely watched H&R Puff and stuff, and then it totally vaporized. Like it just left the building, and I feel like it just got me real accustomed to psychedelia, and I felt like it really helped me in life.
Biff is Lag is lucky, and he's literally never used chapstick. No need for it. Well, they do say like if you use it too often, your lips almost get used to it, and then they can't produce their own.
Lag's very moist.
Yep.
Moist
That's
basement
what I'm
is not always a
gathering.
good thing, though. Sometimes you want to keep your basement dry. So I'm sure he has like separating.
Jovial.
thing.
It's a wonder we didn't bleed to death as a kid from eating the bear aspirins. Is that what you're saying? Did you eat them like as candy?
We just ate
I
anything that
never
tasted
liked
good.
the bear aspirin
Here's a razor blade. It tastes like purple.
or the baby aspirin. It tasted
I did eat
orange,
baby aspirin.
sort of like.
I love baby aspirin flavor.
Are there any lipsticks that actually work?
For what purpose? What do you mean? Do they actually work? Yeah. They put the red on the face.
Bacteria is a term for when one has really stinky
Duty.
duty.
Bacteria.
Back tear. Ooh, you're
Yeah,
tearing your back.
Yeah. Sneezing is probably from all the chemicals on the clothes. It might be, but we have definitely go in there and we hear this like insane sneeze, cacophony of sneezes coming from all over the store. And I guess we have built up our tolerance, but at some point we're like, okay, that's 17 sneezes. We're out of here.
Ew.
Because 16 sneezes, you'll be fine. 17, you're in
Mike
jeopardy.
was saying he had a friend that put on a new shirt and didn't wash it first, and he broke out in hives. I am a firm believer I never ever wear anything without washing it first.
When I worked at April Cornell's store, this was my I don't know what you call it, my introduction to like wholesale retail business, and they had factories in India. They owned factories in India, and they said the way chemicals work over there. First of all, there's no laws, so you can just use all the different chemicals you want. And occasionally stuff would be more stinky than other stuff. So to set the dyes,
they use gasoline.
they would use gasoline or some form of maybe acetone or like some processed oil-based thing. But if they ran out of it, they would use gasoline or a different, they would substitute.
So Nabe Gifts was a store that I loved going to as a teenager. And it was a lot of clothing
Like
from
Eastern
India, like dyed.
You get your little
China flats.
Yeah, your China
yeah,
flats.
and just they had a lot of neat stuff, and I would buy it. But boy,
Like Cost
It-
Plus.
No. This was a curated store. They only
Oh.
had really fun, neat stuff.
Oh, okay.
And but I could wash that clothing a million times, and it always smelled like gasoline.
Yeah. So our Rolls Royce always smelled like gasoline, but you know why? Because it had gasoline in it, and it was old. Totally different reasons. But
Have you seen the psychedelic McDonald's commercials? I haven't. Are the old ones, Biff,
Well,
or are
must
they
be
new?
old, yeah. I mean, if they're from the 70s, I was fully indoctrinated into the McDonald's world. So when he came to Palo Alto on a train, on the McDonald's train, I was there. My aunt took me. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Wait, where is it?
Basket nudes. You're in the mood.
He comes on here to be in a mood. Don't ruin our channel. Somebody's ruining our channel. It's probably
Oh,
me.
you weren't here in the beginning, Basket Diddle, but for some reason our videos, YouTube is not liking them. They're saying our content is related to what were we saying? Polys.
P-O-L-I-X.
Yes, which it's not.
Of course not.
But we're getting flagged, and I don't know.
And they're not going to.
And so we're
Put it in the
wondering if
search.
it's because we say melons or other things.
We have no idea.
Anywho, we're trying not to overthink it because we can't figure it out. But anyhow.
We don't use bleach and react and sneeze in place. They use a lot. You don't use bleach, but when you smell bleach, you just start sneezing. I do that with Pine Sol. It's true. Aaron Gray was on Silver Spoons. Wait, what's the Aaron Gray?
Daisy Duke.
Wait, let me look at. I just have to look at psychedelic.
Daisy Duke, Aaron Gray from Buck Rogers, or Elizabeth Brooks from The Howling. Okay, I'm done. I think I have a type. LOL.
Did you just fall asleep? You said you're done?
I'm reading, but think it might
Yeah,
be
yeah,
the
yeah. I
same.
remember these. Yeah.
Oh well, this is gonna get
This is,
you.
I think this is the one that has yeah. I believe these aren't these done by the H&R Puff and Stuff people. I forget their name. Sid and Marty Croft. I think that is there because do you remember I have evil Grimace, right? He might not be evil though.
No.
I have the first non-evil Grimace, so like a 1970s toy, but the first Grimace was evil. He had an evil Grimace.
I'm packing up.
Pack it up, pack it in. Okay, we're gonna go now. We deserve to go.
I'm just really sleepy, and we need to run and do stuff. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thanks for being here, you guys in California.
Brian, thanks for treating Brandy to a membership.
You guys in California, we're thinking about you and will not turn off the TV until the fires stop. And hi, May. Are you ready to be off? Are we gonna watch Jenna Phipps? Are we gonna watch Jenna Phipps?
Stay perky, everybody.
It ain't cool being no jive turkey. So close
Everyone,
to
you have a
Thanksgiving.
great rest of the week, too. We appreciate you so very much.
I'm using a super tired.
Looks like cleanup on
Mean a
aisle
lot to
4.
us.
The super tired. Oh,
What are you waiting for?
Meantime-
Christmas? Get back
Yes,
to
till
work,
next
you
time.
slacker.
Expect a pre-recorded video tomorrow at some point. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Perky!
you guys have a great day.
Thank
we'll
you,
see you
everyone.
on Monday.
Aloha, mahalo!
FAE this Friday. Aloha.